racism. We are not cured of. And it's not just a matter of it not being polite to say in public. That's not the measure of whether racism still exists or not. It's not just a matter of overt discrimination. Societies don't overnight completely erase everything that happened 200 to 300 years prior.
Wow. That has a lot of people talking. President Obama making blunt remarks about our country's complex history with race. Too blunt or not? Basil Smikle Jr., president and founder of Basil Smikle Associates and contributor for The Hill, and Deneen Borelli, chief political correspondent for the Conservative Review and a Fox News contributor. And good morning to both of you.
Morning, Bill.
Touchy deal here. Was it necessary?
We're talking about the President of the United States using the N-word, Bill. He has really dragged in the gutter speak of rap music. So now he's the first president of rap, of street. I mean, come on. He has lowered the stature of the high office of the President of the United States. And the question is, why did he do this? Did you see all of the people coming together in the streets of Charleston, South Carolina, black, white, and otherwise, coming together, praying, supporting each other? And here you have the president make this insane, crazy comment of using the N-word to really distract. This is all a distraction, grand distraction to take away from the people uniting, and then the president-in-chief, the rapper-in-chief, now is further dividing our country. I find it outrageous.
You know, Basil, was it acceptable or not?
It's acceptable because he's making the point that you shouldn't use the word. I mean, let's make sure to put this in context. He was talking about hate. He was talking about the history of this country and its the racism that existed here. And in making that point, if it's cringeworthy to hear it, then clearly the point is hitting home that you shouldn't say it, no matter who you are. I also don't want to indict rap music on that issue because it's not endemic to the rap music. Let me just get more
context on this. Just go back to his statement, okay? It's not just a matter of it not being polite to say the N-word in public. Polite, respectful, correct, proper. I mean, as a white American, my entire life, I know that that is an electric word.
Sure.
And you stay away from it. If you're 30 years and under, you've been listening to rap music, white or black, for 10 or 15 years.
It's not just rap music.
And if you're over that age, it's like, wow, this is something that we thought was entirely off limits, and now you have the president using it.
There's a school of thought that says if you twist the word and embrace it in a way that it takes the negative aspect out of it. I don't accept that. There are a lot of communities of color that don't accept that. The president clearly doesn't accept it. And what he's saying in that moment is that this is a horrible word, and in context of all that's gone on, everything that we have tried to use to adopt and say, no, it's okay, it's a symbol of something greater, is not acceptable. That goes for the N-word. That also goes for the Confederate flag.
Deneen, he used the word polite. I tell you, I'm not going to say it because I respect you as a human being, and I respect you as a human being. I'm not going there, ever.
Well,
but he didn't call anybody the N-word. Let's be clear about it.
The suggestion is that white Americans don't use it because they're polite.
This speaks volumes about the President of the United States. The man is divisive, and he has taken the level of the office of presidency down to another level by saying these words. And he's continuing, listen, class warfare, you name it. And that's what he runs on, Bill. And to make these kind of comments, my goodness, you got children who are hearing this. What is this? What they heard
was that you can't take something that folks say is a symbol or is commonly used.
Dividing the country, Basil. I'm sorry.
It's hate that goes for the N-word and that goes for the Confederate flag.
He makes it seem like our country is the racist country in the world, and it's not.
What he's saying is that we have a legacy of racism, and we need to do away with that. He said nothing about people coming together in Charleston. Did I hear him say anything about that? He has absolutely said that since the shooting.
A lot of people are weighing in on this. Jeb Bush on Facebook. My position on how to address the Confederate flag, by the way, is clear. In Florida, we act in moving the flag from the state grounds to a museum where it belongs. There will be more on that. Here is Tim Scott, state senator, African-American, whose home district in the House was Charleston, South Carolina, now represents the entire state, and said this on CBS.
There's no doubt that South Carolina has a rich and provocative history, and that flag is a part of the history, and for some that flag represents that history, and for so many others it represents a pain and an oppression I am looking forward to our state leaders getting together and having a robust conversation after the funerals about what's the next step.
After the funerals.
Oh, sure. Well, listen, the Confederate flag, some people view it as pro-slavery. Some people view it as state pride. But anyone who displays the flag, Bill, they need to recognize that there are some Americans who will be offended by the display of the flag.
What he's saying is allow us to mourn, and then we can take it.
And that's fine. I think that's a great point for him to make.
Take the flag down. There's no reason for it to be up. The fact that you need a supermajority of the legislature to actually lower it in South Carolina is ridiculous.
Well,
take that flag down.
Citizens.
Take the flag down.
Basil, thank you. Deneen, thanks
you.
to you as well. Appreciate it.